What's up, guys, and welcome back to CNN Films and Animation. He's Corey.
He is Alan.
Well, we're going to review for you, mostly non-spoiler free, Thor: The Dark World.
Yes. This is the sequel to Thor and came out just this weekend, so today we're going to discuss it. Thor 2 stars Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston, Christopher Eccleston, and a few other people. And basically it follows Loki has been arrested and is put into the Asgardian prison for his crimes in New York City in the Avengers. And, you know, he is put there pretty much indefinitely.
Yeah.
And
Thor and the Asgardians have got to bring peace to the Nine Realms after Loki screwed everything up. Pretty much every evildoer across the realms are trying to revolt. Thor has to put a stop to that. It turns out that a special event is coming to close. It only happens once every 5,000 years, and it sets off a chain of events that reunites Thor with his earthly love and brings back a race that has been dormant for 5,000 years. And it's up to Thor to stop this evil race and protect pretty much the entire universe.
yeah.
That's very, very simple. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah. So Thor 2. This film was actually very enjoyable. I'm going to quickly just say my thoughts on the first film. Wasn't a big fan of Thor. I thought it was just okay, but it never really grabbed me. I just never got behind the character or even Loki in the first film. Definitely got behind them in the Avengers, but the first film I just never connected with it. This film I thought did a much better job at bringing these characters to the screen and, you know, making them be an entertaining duo.
Yes. My thoughts on first Thor. It was fine, but the movement, the time spacing was too fast for me. Because Thor completely changes his character and mind in 3 days. Which you can, but you can do it over time. It's just completely changing it. Loses his arrogance, grows up quite a bit in 3 days.
Yeah.
He is they don't call them gods in this one, they call them, they're an alien, sort of? I don't know. I'm not going to get into the Ultimate Marvel Universe or whatever it is. So yeah, I thought it was okay, but time spacing I thought was weird. This one, that's not a problem. The characters I thought were really well defined. This one, Loki, he will probably be a fan favorite again. From the Avengers he was, and this one he definitely will be. He steals the show a lot.
Oh yeah. He brings some of the biggest laughs.
Yes.
And you know, he definitely has some really cool elements to his character.
Yes.
That they reveal.
I'm glad you mentioned laughs. This one brings a lot more humor to center stage than the first one. Some of the humor works and some of it doesn't.
Yes.
Especially with
Cat Dennings.
yes.
I did not like Kat Dennings' character at all in this. She was very forced, and she was one of those characters that they put all of the weight on her to make a funny comment or break the silence or something. And
yeah, she's supposed to break the silence. She's supposed to steal the scene she's in. Supposed to say some off-the-wall thing that's supposed to be either shocking or funny or catch the character she's talking to off guard.
Or all three at the same time.
Yeah. Some of them, it works and it is funny. Others, it's just meh.
Yeah, it worked maybe once or twice for me, but for the most part, I just did not like it. Felt very forced. But, going back to Loki, I thought he brought, a lot of great elements to the film. He's a very tricky character. And, he...
In more ways than one.
Oh, yeah. And, there is definitely some really clever things with his character in this film. I will say this, the film is a little predictable in places.
Some places are, yes. Especially with Loki, when you really think of who he is and what he can do. There's several moments where this big reveal is supposed to be shocking to the audience, and it just, if you really think about the character and think of what's happening, you're like, this is happening right now. Oh, called it.
Yeah, exactly. There is a Stan Lee cameo, as there always is, but it was fine. I called it.
You called the cameo. I called the scene. It's a simple scene.
Yeah, I mean, not the best, not the worst type of thing, but it is okay. And the characters, they're all back. Natalie Portman, she does a pretty good job as, the love interest, but as well as being a pretty important character to the overall plot. There's some things that happen to her, and, ultimately the entire universe of, Thor's universe that really drive the film. And without going into spoilers, they are really pushing a certain element that was pretty prominent in Iron Man 3.
Yes and no.
It's called a different thing, but...
Yeah. What he's talking about in Iron Man 3, it was... What was it called?
Extremist.
The Extremist program.
Yeah.
And this, it's for this alien race, it's called the Cursed.
Yes.
They're do different things completely, but how they go on, how their powers activate is very, very similar. It's not the same thing, but they look very close.
I'm not one that reads the comics. I don't have a clue.
Just from the series that's come out, the movies, just for that, because Extremists, when they get the powers and whatnot, they glow red and they activate it. And when the Cursed put their powers in, they go red and get stronger and whatnot. I did like the Cursed. I thought that was a neat element. I wasn't sure what was with his mask, which becomes part of his face. That's not really going into anything, but it's how they show it is weird.
Yeah.
The characters still look cool, don't get me wrong.
And mentioning something cool, the alien weaponry was very cool.
Very neat. There's a couple of kind of shock moments with it. Like, whoa, that's cool.
Yeah. I really liked the weapons that they had, specifically like this grenade type thing that they have.
We don't want, it's a grenade, but we won't go into
what it does. No, but it reminded me of a grenade. That's all I'm going to say.
It's what it is, but yeah.
But moving on, this movie had a lot of great elements. It meshed, the action with the comedy and the dramatic stuff very well. Even Thor's mother had a really good part of the film.
Yes.
She's not really prominent in the film, you know, she has a small part, but the part that she's in was really, really good. And really liked the character in that small part.
Yes.
But overall, I really like this movie.
So did I. The character, the story it's driving, very cool. I want to talk more about it, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Mm.
So, hey guys, if you want us to do one that has spoilers in it, leave us something in the comments. Tell us. We'll do it.
Yes, absolutely. Also, be sure to stay after the credits, as with any
Yes.
Marvel film.
This one has 2 extra scenes.
Yep, one kind of in the middle of the credits, and then one after all the credits have ended.
Yes.
Middle one is interesting. I'm not going to go into spoilers or anything.
If you're a big fan of, well, 2 things. If you're a big fan of the actor they have, you're going to be, oh, awesome! If you're a big fan of who that actor is playing, you get, awesome!
Mm-hmm. They're basically building up to another movie.
Yeah.
What movie it is, we won't say. But, and then the last scene, half of it was
Yeah.
and
Why wasn't this part of the actual movie?
yeah, and then
The final part of it makes up for it.
yes, but I have speculations. I will go into that if we do a spoiler review about the first half.
You keep speculating. I don't think it's how it is, but
It probably isn't, but it's a speculation nonetheless.
okay.
If you want to know what that is, if you want to know what it is, request the spoiler alert, but otherwise, won't be saying anything. So, yeah. Anything else to add?
No.
Alright, so, what would you give this?
I think I'd give it 8.7. Really enjoyed it. It's one that's good to see in theaters. Action. You alright?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Good action. Good story. They are building up for future movies.
Mm.
But they actually left enough open for future movies.
Yes.
The villains are neat. The whole concept is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 8.7. How about you?
Yeah, I'm going to give this film, probably, yeah, I'll go with yours, an 8.7. Yeah, I'm going to go with an 8.7. I really enjoyed this. I thought it had some great comedic elements along with some great action. Great movie. Highly recommend it.
Yes.
So tell us, guys, have you seen Thor 2, The Dark World? If you have, what'd you think of it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Share your thoughts on it. Comment below, let me know. Love to hear your feedback.
If you like this video, be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. Be sure to check out our other videos. And if you want us to do a review with spoilers in it, leave a note in the comments.
Yep. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
If you have any movie suggestions or TV suggestions for Corey, please leave a note in the comments. He'll get back to you.
He'll tag along, I'm sure. But, yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'm Corey.
I'm Alan.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
See you guys later.